Welcome in everyone to the Challenge After Show tonight. Pamela and I are talking about the Challenge Season 40, Battle of the Eras, Episode 9, An Era of One.
Wow. Yup.
So
And how?
this is definitely a Rachel episode.
Rachel,
Wow. And we were
all the
wondering,
way.
like, how are they going to do the daily challenge to make maybe an equalizer for her so she can actually win and not have to? But we still don't know, like, when she does lose and get put in there, is it only going to be a girls' elimination? Well, I guess we'll find out. But
Yeah.
this week we didn't have to worry about that. We got her episode. If she does nothing else for the rest of the season, she has this episode to bank on. And that was an equalizer daily if I've ever seen one. We'll get into it. Pam, give me your overall thoughts. But I really did enjoy this episode, by the way. I did like it a lot.
I enjoyed this episode. Two amazing things happened in it.
Hmm.
One, Rachel beat everybody else in the entire cast, and I feel like she really did. Like, I feel like even though it was an equalizer, the people that tried. Like, it wasn't like everybody threw it just so Rachel could win or anything.
Of course,
I
but
think there was some hokey pokey going on, but for all, I think she pretty legitimately won, which is nice. And then part two, I thoughts, prayers, dreams answered that Josh might be getting given the boot by the Vacation Alliance, that they're getting hip to his nonsense. He doesn't really contribute anything. Most of the people in that alliance are good. So
Mhm.
that's why they protect each other because it comes back to you. You know, usually there's something in it for them. But with Josh, it's like he's not a good teammate. He's not winning things for you guys, and he sucks. So
and
I was really
apparently
loving that.
and apparently he cheats during daily challenges. My God. Did you see that what he did tonight?
Yes. They're like, Josh, you can't stand on the platform. You're done. Like he was still in there. Like, wasn't that like not the first nor the second time he was caught cheating?
I,
Wasn't there other times? I wonder how many times we haven't caught him. There was another thing that was almost that obvious where he like did something.
it's just like, dude, you can't hold up your own body weight, man. What are you trying to make us believe? And I think for era four, they each only had two handholds, so that makes it even trickier. Which is another reason why I do think that it was a great equalizer for Rachel. I know that that she had less people to help her with this math, but we can get into this. To me, some of that math was really easy. And so every math question you get right, you get a handhold. So she only needed to get like three or four right to be totally fine. I saw like six answers that I'm like, the square root of 36. Who doesn't know the square root of 36? What are we doing here?
Yeah, is it six?
Correct.
Okay, so I thought I knew, but I wasn't. I
They had
wasn't
the
like
square. All right,
certain of that.
Pamela, the square root of 16. What's that?
Four.
You have two already.
Right?
You
Okay,
already
so
have
I
two
knew them
handholds.
automatically just from, elementary school. So I
And
guess
then
you
they
learned
had
it.
like 10 to the square root of 2. Like that was it was like it wasn't that exact one, but I wrote them down. But that was like what is the square root of what is the uh 10 to the second power?
20?
10, it would be like 10 times 10.
100?
100, right?
Okay, so another zero. I was going to say it's either 10
But
times 2
like
or 10.
and exactly. And like you would have, if you were, even if you were by yourself, you could have put down either one of those answers and hopefully gotten it right. It's like, I don't know. To me, like the math wasn't that
Oh,
hard. All she needed was like three questions right. And they had like what, 12, 20 answers? Like there was 20 questions or something too.
there were like 16. I don't remember. The team that got the most, I think, got 16 or 17 or something.
They
She
got
got 7.
17. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
She
she got
got, she got,
7
six,
alone.
she got six, right? She had six.
6. So that's pretty good. And I was confused about why Kylan's team didn't. All right, well, let's just get into it then, because yeah, now my notes are becoming micro. Yeah.
Right. Well, yeah, because I didn't really have, to be honest with you, I didn't really have a lot of vignettes tonight before the daily
Uh,
challenge. Nothing. Basically, Era One was going to try to work with or Era One. Rachel was going to try to work with Era
Rachel.
was going to try to work with Era Two, and Era
Yes.
Three and Era Four were going to kind of be working together. So that was kind of like that's all they really talked about at the beginning. So it was called Bottoms Out, the giant container. We're kind of already talking about it, which is good. Whoever lasts the longest wins. The first thing they do is answer the questions. and we already went over this as well. Era
Yes.
one got six right, so Rachel got six math problems right. Era two got 17, and era three and four each got 14. But since era four has so many more players, each person in era four, because there's seven of them, was only going to get two handholds, basically
Right.
one for their foot and one for their hand.
Right.
So,
Ideally, you get a left hand, right foot, and
or
just
if you get a third handhold, you maybe have 2 feet, and then one hand
yeah.
like this, which is obviously kind of what Era 3 was doing. However, everyone was giving Nehemiah like mad props for lasting so long. He had four handholds or four holds. He was like
I,
this and feet. I'm like, well,
right.
that's easier, dude. Like, what are we giving him so many props for?
A lot easier, and dare I say, again,
Say
I don't
it.
think it's a dare I say it's I'm no athlete. That's an insult on me. I dare I say I'm no athlete, but my dare I say is that I have good balance. So even though I'm not athletic, that I'm like, I don't see how that would be hard. I haven't been put in that situation, suspended in the air in a bottomless tank, holding on to things, but just having done it, and I do have sort of little feet. Like I'm like, that's you're kind of anchored there, especially if you have four. You're not doing a pull-up for, you're not sitting there. I
I
understand
think,
it's harder
yeah, I
than
think if you're in Rachel's position and she has the three holds, she has two for her feet and one for her hand. If you can like, yeah, lodge yourself in there pretty good, but that you're gonna feel it. And especially they are also saying the footholds are actually really small. They're actually their foot was kind of turned sideways for the so I can see let's
See,
let's
I could
break this.
stand on a peg for 3 hours though. Like that's in the
I think you'd
yeah.
start feeling it through. I think your core would start burning. I think your forearms would really start burning too. And if you don't do a lot of forearm workouts, which like basically the only way you're getting a good forearm workout in is if you do a lot of like indoor rock climbing or outdoor rock climbing, I guess too.
Rowing,
Hmm.
rowing.
Rowing. I'm not sure that's a really a four. My point is like I did rock climbing one time back when I was like 25, and the next day I never felt the pain and soreness in my forearms except for when I rock climbed, and that's basically what they were doing there. They
Do
were just
after rowing. I do after rowing. I feel I'm like, what who's using their foot?
why do my
Yeah.
forearms hurt? Okay.
I might be doing it wrong. Like, that's what I'm like, shouldn't I be feeling? But I think when you're not used to doing a lot of stuff, it
I
does
didn't
when you're using
I
them.
didn't have that type of rowboat on my lake to do this type. You mean this type of rowing like this?
My rowboat is in the Orange Theory gym, and
I know.
you're sort of pulling with your whole arm.
Okay, fair
Not
enough.
real rowing.
So let's break this daily challenge down by eras. Era one, aka Rachel, 14 and a half minutes. At one point, she tells them to all go grab some lunch because she ain't going nowhere. And I thought that was hilarious. TJ's over there. It was a nice edit by producers. He's over there checking his phone because I don't know if that was actually when Rachel was up there, but it's still funny that they decided to use that footage then. That was a
Yes.
great call by the producers. Overall, this daily was built for someone like Rachel, who's super fit, a lot of great endurance, a lot of great strength, and had three holds. She didn't have to do two like some people did. She had three holds. So very impressed by Rachel's performance. Please feel free to elaborate.
I'm super impressed by Rachel's performance. And I, we always have our conspiracies about things being rigged and things being, I will say, at least if this was rigged in some way or anything, at least they did a good job of it, of like setting up the challenge in a way that suited her skills without being obnoxious, like with us being like, oh my God, this is so stupid. It was still an enjoyable challenge. It was still good. The fact that it wound up being a sort of individually timed thing, it all made sense. So I really liked it. So whether or not it was totally on the up and up, it still was a great episode.
Yeah,
So I'm not mad at them about this challenge and the way it went down. I thought it was
sure.
great.
Era two, they had the 17 correct answers, which you mentioned earlier. Did anybody stand out to you there? I'm looking here at my notes for era two.
No,
Not
know who really did the most riding for that team. Do you? Because I know they showed Johnny and
This was like
Tara
the
saying,
yeah, Johnny went down pretty quick. This was like the Laurel and Nehemiah situation where Laurel fell down second to last, and then Nehemiah was up there for a while. This isn't the order they went in though, right? They went era 2 went last. I'm not going in order of the daily, I'm just going order of the era. Era 2 went last, and this is when
"Hmm,
everyone was like, "Oh, Nehemiah's gonna win because he's holding on so long." I'm like, maybe he does win, but y'all are so impressed by him. Maybe you can't see the fact that he has 4 holds, hand, foot.
right,
So
right."
no crap, he's lasting super long.
Right.
Everyone else had either
Nehemiah
3 or 2.
didn't suck at something, so it's like, right.
Yeah, I was like, whatever. Um,
Yeah, no,
moving
he
on
was
to
fine.
we can move on to era 3 here. Uh, era 3 has Naya on it, correct? This is, yeah.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but like, Naya's awful. Like they opened up the chute and she fell immediately. I'm sorry. And last week we were just talking about last week's performance of her where she tried during that gladiator thing to get someone off the thing and she ended up throwing herself into the water by putting in like she couldn't pull herself back on the island. She like pushed, kind of missed, and then just tumbled into the water. I'm like, this is back-to-back weeks where Naya has really kind of just sucked. She's never been a great challenger. I'd give her a C minus, if not a D plus overall. Like, has she ever really done anything that impressed me? I don't
No,
really know. I'm trying to think
no,
back.
but I will say she at least has good social game where she's not great at like the challenge.
Challenges.
She's not great at that, which again I like because she is a throwback. She's an old school player. She's not been doing this pro for her whole life. She's not a fucking person that does workout tapes for,
I
that's not
understand.
like her life. So I think she brings a lot to the show. So I'm still happy.
Well,
She's
look.
not great, but
Yeah.
if you're sucky and like Nehemiah also doesn't for me, and I'm sorry because I'm sure he's a lovely person. Like I don't dislike him the way I dislike a Josh or something, but he's not great at the challenge and he's not great socially, and I don't think he's entertaining. Naya is entertaining and has good social game.
And
She's
And mind you,
relationships with people.
if anyone hasn't seen the Real World Portland, go back and find that season because on that season she is a true villain.
Oh yeah.
You love to hate her. The battles that she would have not only against Jordan but also Avery and what was his name? Johnny?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Johnny,
Though
yes.
they were insanely entertaining and just insane in
No,
general.
she was awful. Like I remember hating her, like being like
Right.
passionately against her. And everything about her was sort of, oh, she was mean. And I
Yeah.
think she was writing a book about like how to be a sugar baby, like how to like get men to pay for things for
Whatever it
you.
was,
Don't
must
yell at me if I'm wrong. It was,
must see
and
TV, whatever she was doing
great.
on that
She
season.
was great. But the fact that like she really has grown and changed as a person is like, yeah, no, I like her. I love her now. So it's good to see someone like that come back and be super cool. Someone that you like, it was fun to hate. Now it's fun to
Hmm.
like.
And finally, there was Era 4, which also had the 14 correct answers. But since they had so many players, they each only got 2 handholds. Theo went down quick. This is where Josh
He
cheated,
did.
and uh, yeah, no one really impressed me in era
For
4. But I mean,
Theo,
at the same time,
again,
they only had 2 handholds, so they did have it against them. And now we have to look at it that way too. 2 handholds
yeah.
is a lot
To
harder
me,
than
it's a
3
lot harder.
holds.
I feel like one of the reasons that seems easy for me is because I'm short. I feel like being compact is like helpful in that situation. Where for Theo, it's like you've got a lot of limb
You
that
do have
you're
a lot
like,
of limbs. I'm wondering though, like, this is my thought on how to hold on. If you have one hand and one foot,
yeah,
I'm thinking with the hands, maybe obviously having 2 somehow in there, but with the foot, if it's possible to use your upper body strength, pull up, and then switch your feet back and forth almost to rest them.
that's
I don't
hard
think,
suspended over.
I know, but to put 2 feet on one of those little pegs is damn near impossible. I got size 11s. How am I doing that?
Right.
I don't know how you're
I
doing
mean,
that.
I could literally do this with my feet, like second position for anyone that's ever
But did
done
you see how
balancing.
small that foothold was? It was
Yeah.
so small. It just seemed awful.
My feet could be together heel to heel. I mean, like,
It
again, I think
maybe,
being
Pam. I don't
little,
know.
but my point isn't about that I could do it better. It's that Theo, yeah, man, his foot's probably like, was probably like his foot was
Almost. Yeah, he's probably
probably
got
like
a
on a Yeah, like a
He's probably got a 13-inch foot.
so
I'm
his
at
arms were
11
probably
already, and
like
I'm only six
rocking
feet.
and teetering. He had no balance. I mean, it was probably much harder for him to
Yeah.
get a good centered balance.
Yeah. So Rachel destroys everyone with 14 and a half. I don't even know if they said how much Nehemiah got. It looked like maybe he was the next up, like next closest. Era three ends up getting the worst time. So automatically Tori and
Well,
Devin.
so
Yeah.
that's what we know, though, didn't they? So break it down for me because I couldn't entirely tell what was going on when they were like, "All right, I'm going, you going." It was like Tori and Devin. They were all in the thing saying like, "I'm gonna let go." Okay, bye.
Yeah,
Like
Jordan was second to last. And that dude, I mean,
Jordan didn't do
how the
anything. Jordan jumped. What?
how the
Like a
hell
go
is
now,
he
guys.
right? But the poor guy is trying to hold on without a hand to that
You can
little
do it.
cleat thing. That's insane to me that he even like. So he got second to last. Devin was the one that lasted the longest. But I mean, I still give more props to Jordan because I don't know.
I didn't do anything though, but I do think Jordan jumped. Like I think those they all had an
Well, yeah,
arrangement.
yeah, of course they didn't like they just jumped like they realized okay I'm done and they didn't just like lose grip. They were like I'm just gonna jump off. But like I mean the point is that Devin lasted the longest, but Jordan was right on his tail, and super
Okay.
impressive to her to do that.
Yeah, I see. I felt like they had planned that out, that there was
Why would
something.
they do that though? Why would
I
they?
don't
What do
know.
you
That's
mean
why
by
I was
that?
asking you to break it down for me because it definitely sounded
I
like
just
they
think it was. I think they were doing a common courtesy thing. Like, hey, just so you know, you're the last one, Devin. You better hang on as much as you can. You're the only one left. I think it was a common courtesy
But
thing.
Jordan is not on Tori and Devin's team, is he?
Yeah, he's era three,
Oh,
and
he
so
is.
is
They're all
Naya.
three.
Yeah,
Okay.
because here's the
Oh, that's
thing.
so funny.
Era three is interesting. You go from the real world Portland and also John A are like on the far one side, and then like the beginning era of like when Are You the One started coming onto the show. That's all era three.
Yeah,
It
that's
feels like a
weird.
pretty big gap.
It does. I for some reason in my mind they were on three and four get messy in my head because the
No, I
alliances sort of
finally do
overlap.
feel like I have it down, but yeah, it's a little to me. Are You the One? Anyone? Are You the One and Over? To me, feels like an era four vibe, but yes,
Right.
they are technically era
RQ
three.
and Big Brother are like separate to me than like
I look at it like when they
OGs.
started introducing like people from different countries and Big Brother and other random shows, that feels like era four to me. Um, uh, so Are You the One? I feel like is all era four, but it is what it is. Some is
Right,
era
like
three.
how is John A not era one or two? But I get it.
I
We've
hear
gone.
era
It's
John A feels like more of an era two to me. I get it,
yeah.
but they did do it based on the
I
1 through 10, 10 or 10 through
I
whatever it
get it.
was.
I get it. I get it.
1
I'll
through
take
10,
it.
11 through 20, 21 through 30, and 31 through 40. That's how they
No,
supposedly did it.
I'm not trying to bitch about it. It's
So I
fine.
know.
I just do wind
Um,
up getting them
yeah.
jumbled.
Do you have any other thoughts on the daily challenge, by the way? I think we did a pretty good job covering our thoughts on that.
No, just again, Laurel's awful. The fact that she's never gotten anything but 100% on a math. I'm like, oh, I think Laurel's like spectrumy maybe, or a sociopath. I don't know, but she
Well,
sucks.
I found it interesting though. Do you think they had the numbers kind of rotating on a circle, right? The questions. Do they ever go back to the like? Do they ever rotate them through again? Because I'm wondering because they did go pretty quick, and that could be harder if you're trying
Yeah,
if you're too focused on like trying to get the answer to some of those like 10 plus 80 minus 30, and then going to another one where it's more easy, like a square root, but you're also forgetting
right.
that's why I think if you had like, okay, you take care of this one. Like if you have a big group, you take care of that first question. You'll figure it out eventually. I'll take care of the next one. Hey, you take care of the third one. And then hopefully by the
Right.
time they get to the seventh person, the number one already has the answer down. And then you can go back to having that first person. But then if you don't know that type of math, maybe that becomes
Yeah.
an issue. But like spread it out, people.
It's
This
not
math.
hard though to
This I'm so
organize.
Pamela,
Don't know who knows what.
I did not think these math problems were that hard. I didn't personally. It
I
looked like addition, subtraction, square roots,
I don't even know the code. Like when it had the
and powers,
some
second
people have
powers.
math phobia, so I fear I understand that. I do too. When you actually say it, I'm like, okay, it's not that hard, but it looks hard and scary, and I don't remember. And I definitely respond the way like Cara and Bananas were like, math. That's how I feel. So
I mean,
even if it's
I'm not a huge math guy either, but
yeah,
I don't think there was multiplication and division on there technically.
Well, Laurel, this is why she's a bitch. I forgot what she said. She's like, it's like adding, guys. Can't you add? Even in, it's like, no, it's not. Calculus is not addition, Laurel. They're very different, bitch. Yeah, she
You're
sucks.
just, I mean, not that I'm a huge fan of Laurel at all this season, but to me, it was adding and subtracting technically. But I guess if it's going that fast, it might be a little harder for sure because they
It's
don't let you keep
hard.
them. The numbers don't stay up there forever. They do leave. So unless you have that memorized, I can see that being pretty. The
Yeah.
concept of adding and subtracting Laurel is simple, but the way that this was set up, it was a little more difficult for sure,
And
I
big
think.
numbers in your head. I'm sorry, that's hard. If you are trying to do things that aren't simple, like the ones
Yeah.
examples you gave, that can be really, really tough
Yeah.
if you need to, it's hard.
All right.
It's hard for
Well,
me.
let's move this conversation forward away from math because
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it anymore either.
Yeah.
Let's move into the next 45 minutes of the episode where it was Rachel deciding who to put in.
Okay.
45 minutes this, and they had different, they're in different locations throughout this, but the whole time for the next 45 freaking minutes is Rachel deciding who to put in there. The first thing they do, they go to the club. And this is where I get my KC suck moment of the night where she tries to go to Rachel and pretend that they've been buddies for all these years. Casey, you suck. Let me give you some reasons why Casey sucks, by the way, in case anyone out there wants to defend her. The only time they ever show Casey is when Casey gets to explain the rules of a game. Like,
Please,
and
only contribution.
or the other time where Casey to this season decided to make fun of Jenny for obsessing over something. Well,
Right.
Casey, all you do is every once in a while tell the rules of a game. Like you don't even bring anything to this show.
Not at all. I think
But anyways,
Casey's way too stable for reality TV. I do. I think I loved her on Big Brother. Hate her on this. I really liked her, wanted her to win. She is smart. She's a good game player. I think she's like kind and fair where she had mostly
I just
overall.
like they all
Um,
Casey's saying that like Casey's only contribution to this season this time was obviously the rules of the game and then making fun of Jenny for talking about her guinea pigs.
that was
Well,
just one
Casey,
moment.
all you do is talk about how you don't have enough money to pay for kids in a wedding. You won $1 million on this show. What are you talking about? I get
Yeah.
some of that went to how much is your wedding gonna cost? Like, oh my God. And
Right.
did
Well,
she also
again,
win?
they don't have
Did she win Big
jobs.
Brother? Or
So
am I
that
was
million, she
did she
won Big
win?
Brother,
She won
which
Big
is,
Brother.
yeah, 500,000.
What is
Um,
she talking about then?
Bank,
Get out of
right?
here.
She did win. She
We'll look
won
it
a
up.
million
I'll look it up.
dollars. I guess I mean, when you don't have a job, that $1 million has to last you your whole life, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, quickly
Plenty of
though,
money.
it's plenty of, I agree. But, um,
More the club.
also,
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
in
she
case
won.
there was any doubt that Tori was indeed the rightful winner of the season that Casey won. I
Right.
loved Tori winning tonight because it's like, oh, who's gonna win? Who's gonna win? Tori's gonna win. I could have told you that. Like,
Really? Okay.
yeah, I feel like Tori's a better competitor
No,
overall.
she is,
Like
but that elimination was kind of sketchy, man. Like,
it was. I think I loved Jordan's little tribute to Tori before.
it
He's
was
like,
very
everyone
nice.
thinks it's weird. It was really nice that they just
I
have so
don't
much
think
love and
Tori knows how
respect for
good
each
she is.
other.
That
I was
line,
like, but she's gonna find out. He's like, I don't even think Tori knows how good
yeah, that was
Tori is. And
great.
it's true. She is great. And I love like what he believes in her. Now maybe Tori and Jordan will do it.
No, Pamela, have you not seen Jordan on Instagram with his new blonde bow? Like
Yeah,
they're everywhere together.
it's like she may be great. I don't know her. I'm sure she's great. But does he have that love for her that he has for Tori? Like that forever respect and love?
Pamela, he's with this girl and not Tori for a reason. I look, I would love Jordan and Tori to work things
But
out and figure it
long
out, but
game, that kind of respect for your partner is pretty much like the number one quality that I think makes a love last.
yeah, but we don't know anything about his new girl.
And
Maybe
they
she's
still
really
like
cool.
stuck
I mean,
together
look,
naked
honestly,
post breakup. Like they obviously still have chemistry. Like it
honestly,
wasn't.
look, like just looking at her pictures, and that's like you can't judge someone this way, but like looking at her, Tori obviously seems more fun than this new girl of Jordan's. But I know nothing about this new girl. She just stands there and like kind of is she a model or something?
She's a
Like,
singer. She's a country singer.
oh, great. So I don't know. Like she doesn't seem like she's that fun, but like I'm just looking at
She
pictures
might
on
be
Instagram. I have
wonderfully
no
fun. This
idea.
is no cheat on her or their relationship. I'm sure it's wonderful, but I just feel like they really do. Tori and Jordan have something special, and that the attraction that they obviously had, and mixed with that level of love and respect, is the ingredients for lasting love. I say, but
I say, that's what I say.
that's what I say, but. We'll see. I don't know. I have Tori in love with Devin, Jordan, everybody. So we'll see who
Yeah.
her
I just
end
like
game
to me
is.
with Rachel's decision, like Ryan and her supposedly like best buds in this house. Like, why would Rachel ever do that to Ryan? I know she wants Laurel out of the game. She could have voted in Era too, because that's Rachel, that's Ryan and Laurel. They were up for grabs too. But like I just never saw like we had 45 minutes of Rachel making a decision. I was like, there's no doubt in my mind though. You wasted 45 minutes on this. Like I really did not think she was gonna sacrifice Ryan to just get Laurel in there
Yeah,
against
I
Tori.
wanted to
Like,
stick it to Laurel real bad. Like I wanted to see Laurel get beat by either of those women. But in this instance, because of the Ryan, I was happy with the way it all shook
me
out. I
too, but
was
I just don't
hoping,
think that there's any way in hell that era four was ever going to be like, okay, Rachel, now we're going to back you every week now. There's no way. Like, in fact, Kylan made it like perfectly obvious when literally he was down there in the sand after he won or whatever. And I get that Rachel put him in there, but he was right to, yep, Rachel, you're one of the targets next week. Like obviously he has reason to now. He was going to do it even if she didn't put him in there or not. Rachel made the right call for sure.
oh,
Like let's be
absolutely.
real.
No, I
Yeah.
think she did the right thing. I was getting scared for a little while when it looked like Laurel was
Well, Laurel knew that she had no leg to stand. Thank goodness Ryan put himself in there
right.
and volunteer because Laurel, if it was Laurel and Bananas, is
Right.
Rachel holding back? I mean,
Right.
that's so many heavy hitters there, or one more heavy hitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no, I was glad at the way it shook out. I liked Tori's little monologue vignette about how they've done nothing. The Vacation Alliance has literally done nothing. I mean, they have competed this season, but none of them have gone down yet.
No.
So it was time to play. Or
But
most of them haven't gone
I
down.
don't. Well, we won't get into spoilers yet. Never. It's not spoilers.
Okay,
It's
well, we can
end.
get
What happens at the end? The TJ's twist is at the
okay.
end, and oh my god. But yeah. Okay. Do you have any thoughts on
About the actual elimination.
No, no, we're not even there yet.
Uh,
I'm in like the chamber at this point. Maybe we're gonna get the elimination next.
the chamber. I was glad ultimately at the way it all shook out. Casey did a bad job of trying to argue her
Yeah.
point, and it was Shems. It was a little Shemsy.
She
That's
she
what
did she
it's
did a bad job the entire in the club, in the chamber. I'm
yeah.
like, my God, what are we doing here, Casey? And then let me ask you this. I don't understand this whole thing. It's throwing me off. Casey and Tori call each other brothers.
Brother. Yeah.
What's
The
why can't they
thing.
say sisters? Is that like what's well, I don't understand.
I don't know. It's just a nickname
It's
for each
throwing me
other.
off. Like I don't get it. I just don't. Please, someone help me out in the comments below. Like,
I, I don't know. I'm sure there's a history that we're unaware of where it was like, no, you're like a sister, you're like a brother to me. That you're not,
what
where and then it just became.
I'm confused. Is brother better than sister? Like, what is that
No,
about too?
I think
I don't get it.
I would say
Are brothers closer than sisters? Like, we're not sisters. We're brothers. We're that close.
no,
What is that?
I don't know. I don't know. We can text Tori. We can try and ask and find out, but I think it's just a thing that they call each
Just
other.
a
I mean, I
fun,
don't
just a
yeah,
fun.
I don't yeah. Like
Okay.
her and Devin call each other Dave or something. Like it's a
No, she calls Devin Dave, but that's like that. It's a different name. That's a nickname, I guess. This
right.
is
They both call each other Dave. It's like Dave, Dave. I mean, I'm
Oh,
sure there's someone in there.
he calls her Dave as well. Again,
Dave too. Yeah.
makes okay. All right,
I
great.
don't know.
Please, I'm sure
You
someone
know.
in the comments are going to know the significance of either this brothers or the Dave thing. So let's move on then. I was going to say this. I don't like that once Rachel makes her decision. I almost don't like them warning them that they're going down into elimination beforehand.
She's like, I guess I should go tell them. I was like, don't go tell them.
Don't.
Let them sweat it out until you get there. I like when
Yes.
it's announced on the field.
Me too. I don't.
Yeah,
I want. Why wouldn't you want your opponent to sweat? Like
I
you.
don't know.
What? So you're giving them the common courtesy so they won't be as mad at you? I'm pretty sure they'll be just as mad at you either way.
Right. Who cares? You're not saving. I don't know. I guess so they can prepare mentally or
Well, of course, that's why they're doing it, but I don't want them to.
no, I like when it's like, who's it going to be? You just call them down to the sand.
Me too. What the
Yeah.
hell? Anyway, that was my other
Wrestlers.
thought that I wrote down before the elimination here. Do you want to talk elimination stuff? Or do you have other,
No,
do you have anything
you
else
go
written
ahead.
down?
No, we can move on
Okay.
to whatever you have next.
Cable Connection Showdown. That is the name of the elimination.
Oh, it is. Okay, with the
Yeah,
plugs.
I thought, yeah, I was like, whatever. Um,
Yeah.
it's Kylan versus Devin. Obviously, the point of this, untangle the cables, plug them into the proper units. They all have different sizes and different whatevers. Um, I don't. Everyone's going to be saying this, just like last week with Avery. I don't know what the hell Devin was doing in this elimination, taking his sweet ass time, trying to be strategic in a way that was not strategic at all.
I don't know.
Unwrap these cables,
Ultimately,
bro. Just unwrap the cables.
I don't know what he was thinking
I
because
don't. No
Devin's
one knows. No one knows.
not a dumb person, and it did seem like he was trying wrong. Like he had a plan, but it was just
And
he
then
was saying it's more about the plugs than the cord. So he wanted to figure out. It sounded. I was like, Devin knows what he's doing. I'll
no.
trust Devin. But no,
Why the
Devin did
hell did
not know
he
what he
say
was doing.
he did the other he there was two different cable stacks to untangle. He did the one further away first, and his excuse for that was this is the harder one to do. I don't understand why that is. They look like you untangle both and just plug into the matching one of the outlet. Why was
I
that one
don't
hard?
know.
I can't. I don't understand
It,
what his logic was. It was thrown.
I
Dude,
didn't
they're the
make any
same.
sense. I'm sure that in social media and like follow up things he's explained, and we can dive in, or if someone wants to tell us, let us know because I'm sure
I don't get
we
it.
weren't able to see the whole thing because it didn't make any sense from viewing, which is annoying. I couldn't tell what his plan was, and he never articulated it enough. He just
Right.
sort of said he had a plan and something to do with the plug. So we'll have to do follow up research to companion piece with this
I
episode. But
did I did like some of his commentary throughout
yeah,
the match at least. He was talking about his housekeeper Katya who cleans for him. She's like, "Oh, I never have to do this type of stuff. She helps me out once a week or once a month, whatever it is." And then he also, because he's not like the most in shape guy, he was saying how surprisingly tiring unraveling the cords was. That made me laugh. So even in like the heat
oh
of battle, he's making jokes. I kind of thought that was kind of fun. So
oh
giving him props there. Yeah.
absolutely. And in bed for there as a sleeper myself, someone who can spend a solid 12 hours in bed. When they were like, how long have you been in bed, Devin? He's like 12, 15 hours. I
My
was like, man after my own heart. I
what? I mean,
go on a
god damn,
weekend
Devin. What are
and
you doing?
give me nothing to do and I can while away the hours in bed easily.
Yeah, classic Devin. I mean, if he wants to
Classic
take it,
Devin. It was great. I loved Devin. The whole episode of Classic. I love a Devin Bananas rivalry again. It's like,
yeah.
yeah, you can not like each other a little.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
still seems like good fun.
surprisingly, I'm okay with Devin going home just because
Me too.
I do love Era 3. I'm still rooting for Era 3. But
Me too.
Kylan's a badass, man. This dude, he doesn't sweat it. He just goes in there and he turns something in his brain where he doesn't even care about the the outside noise. He just focused on completing the task. And I think he's really good at the challenge, and I think he's really good at eliminations. And I actually the night, remember I was telling you the night that I ran into Chauncey and Amber at
Hmm.
that party. Remember, Amber was super
Hmm.
pregnant, and I took a picture and I showed y'all on the after show.
Yes. Amber B. I was so
Amber B,
like,
correct.
yes, Amber B.
Kylan was there that night as well.
Oh,
However, I wasn't really a fan of his yet. He had
you didn't
only
know her yet.
appeared. He had appeared on like the USA show, but he was kind of associated with the Big Brother team that I was like annoyed by. So I wasn't
Hmm.
a huge fan of his yet. But then he appeared obviously on 39 and that's where he had the alliance uh with the
Oh,
Horacio and
yeah.
Maurice. And I was like, oh, I liked him that. I was like, oh man, I love
Right.
him this season. And now I'm loving him this season too. So I wish I had run into him later on because I would have made an effort to go up and talk to him. But I obviously made it like, an effort with Amber and Chauncey just because I've known them
Yeah.
for years on the show. But yeah, so that was disappointing. But whatever.
Well, Dan,
So yeah.
another day, another dream. Didn't you go to like some big event this weekend or last weekend or next weekend or something? Maybe
I mean,
Kylan will be there.
I have events every weekend. So that's the
Yeah.
only
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah,
All
we'll see.
right.
We'll see
See,
who shows up. Well,
Yeah,
see,
you know,
my latest celebrities I got to meet were Adam Sandler's wife, who could not have been
this is a
nicer.
model, right? Isn't she like Raphael Harasha, has like a super, like an
No,
Israeli
I don't.
model?
I know they met. I believe they met on the set of Big Daddy, and she
Yeah, I
played
think
the
she's,
waitress at a bar when they go out on the first night. You can look her up. I don't know if
yeah,
she's a
no,
model. I know she's an actress. I'm not sure if she was ever a model. Super nice though. Couldn't have been
she's,
nicer. And then the other person I ran into at that same event was oh God, who was the girl from How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days? Kate Hudson.
oh, she's not who I thought she was. I guess at some earlier days, Adam Sandler had dated like an Israeli model because
Well,
this
there you
woman
go.
converted to Sandler's religion, Judaism, and her name is Jackie.
Yeah, but they've been married forever though. Him and Jackie have been
So
together forever.
he, a million years ago, I'm thinking like I haven't kept up with Adam
Oh, like when he was
Sandler's.
like a like really young.
I guess
Um,
he was dating. I have
but
no idea.
Kate Hudson's brother is like
Oh,
Owen.
yeah, modeling career in high school. She is the model that okay. But Bar Raphael, that's the name. Is that
Oh, so you're
I
actually
now
right
I
on this with that being a model?
know her name's Jackie Sandler. She was a model, but I think he dated. Now I'm like, who is? Now I just have to find out if I'm making this person up.
Yeah.
Okay, Bar Raphael is an Israeli model. Okay, so I'm not making that up. There is an Israeli model named Bar Raphael that I think did at least date Adam Sandler because I don't know
Someone
about her
someone
career.
randomly in the comments section is going to know that answer and either call you out or say
Yes.
yes, you're correct, Pam. But then the other person at that same party, real quick, Oliver Hudson, Kate Hudson's brother, was there. Um, and
Okay.
he's been in some stuff over the
Yeah,
years that
he's an
I know
actor.
of,
All
but
right,
you'd have to do more of a deep dive on him. But he
I
has
think
been in
he
some stuff.
is.
And I
He's
ran into
been
him.
famous.
He was fun. He was nice too. Anyways, moving along here.
Okay.
Um, okay, then let's Tori and Casey, much more close match. Very happy that Tori won
Well,
though.
wait, so last comment on that.
Yeah.
I love Devin too. I like Devin too, and I would think that I'd be rooting for Devin, but Devin gave a great episode, a great exit too, where he was like, Michelle was like, "What am I gonna do if you leave?" He's like, "I'll still be in like the Philippines or wherever." He's like,
I'll be
"I'll
waiting
wait
for
for
you.
you."
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be waiting for it. It was really cute. Liked that. And I'm glad Kylan's getting a chance to shine because when I felt like, come on, Kylan, the computer or the calculator, how
Hmm.
did your team not crush this? So I'm glad that he was in and I'm glad that
Well,
he won because yeah, no, I agree. I like Kylan and Devin seemed okay leaving. So, and I'm okay with that. And all his
yeah.
relationships will remain strong.
I think Kylan's a smart guy. I just think they put him like too high on this pedestal where like, oh, he can any math problem. Dude, not everyone's gonna get every math problem. Like, what are we doing?
No, I
And
think he is like Cam also has. Some people are like
no,
Rain Manny
on another
about it.
level with stuff like that. Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it.
like
But
it
like
just clicks.
I think they're
And
just
I
holding
think
him.
he
I think
is
they're just
like
putting him a
that.
little too high there. Like, let the guy just do his thing. All right.
Yeah.
He's good. Like, he doesn't have to be great at everything here, guys.
Right.
Like,
Now,
relax.
maybe I do that too. I'm like, Devin knows what he's doing. Like I convince myself too that
Right,
they're
right,
like,
right, right. Well, Devin has
he's
proven in the past that
smart, he has a plan.
he's good at certain types of
He
eliminations.
is. He is. And for him
Yeah.
to just get it so wrong, he was like, I guess his heart just wasn't in it. It happens
I know I
sometimes.
don't think his strategy was correct. I think
His
he was
strategy was
way off with his strategy. Whatever the hell that strategy was, way off. Any I don't really have any thoughts on the Tory Casey thing. I'm okay. How about this? How about this? I liked the episode the whole time, and then at the end when Casey lost, I loved the episode. How about that? There you go.
I,
There are my
I
thoughts.
agree. I really liked it. I mean, this challenge, as much as it was really good matchups, and I was excited to see that, and it sucked, and blah blah blah. It was the elimination itself. I liked it for Devin and Kyland. I loved it because they're both, mental dudes. But for Tori and what's her name, Casey, I mean, it was boring to watch. I'm really glad that
No,
Tori
I
won.
mean, yeah,
Tori had an
the
overall really good.
elimination was not that fun. You're literally watching people untangle cords. Oh, someone made a comment on social media like, "How come all the eliminations this season are people doing chores?" I said,
Yeah,
"That's a really funny comment because
yeah, fuck that.
it is really boring to watch. Like, because
Right?
it wasn't exciting
It's like
tonight, really.
nails and chores and yeah. I want Katya to do these eliminations and give them a hub headbangers.
Wasn't the one Ryan versus CT that one where they had to basically like get in like that was way early in the season, right? Where they had to
No,
like
that was
get
the nails, I thought. Or oh no.
well, no, he might have had that. What was the one where they had to like break out, like they had to like tangle up a room and then undo the
I
tangle to get
don't
back in a
know.
room? Was Ryan in that
Yeah.
one? Or was Nehemiah?
However,
Nehemiah might have won that one actually against Brandon or something. Whatever. That again, I got just another
I
example
know.
though of just kind of
But
whatever.
yeah, a lot of chores.
CT was against Jay doing the same thing way back in the day. Remember where
Yes.
they and Jay won? It was a whole thing. Okay. Um, Here's the reveal from TJ, which is great. Target we kind of expected maybe I wanted them to stay together the whole time, but we also thought that they might go individual, and they do.
Something had to happen. Poor Rachel can't just fight the whole house every
Well, and I
week.
think well, here's the thing though. I think if here's my conspiracy, if Rachel had more people on her team, they might have just stayed groups the entire freaking time, right? But they realized, well, we can't have
Yeah.
Rachel. Maybe I'm completely wrong, but they had this in their like wrinkle of the game,
Individual.
Pam, right? A
What?
wrinkle in the game was, hey, if one team goes down to one, we can just make them all individual so that it becomes whatever again. They didn't
We
have
have
to do
seen
this.
early for that to happen, for that twist. Um, and it is going to be an individual winner, right? We know that one
We knew
individual
that from
winner.
the start, supposedly, that it was going to be an individual winner or just one person. Like, why not let more than
I
one
don't
person
know.
win? Like, why not have first, second, and third place? I don't understand why does one person get all that money and no one else gets crap? Like, if
There
that's the
has to
truth.
be. I think that there's going to be more than.
I
I think
hope
there's going
I
to be.
whatever someone will tell us in the comments because I don't remember. Someone I think said that there was one overall winner, but like, come on, let more than one person win the or like place. Give me first, second, third place.
Well,
What's
I
all
just
that?
can't wait for Cara to kick Laurel's ass. That's all. Like
Well,
now,
okay,
my top four are wanting to win are Rachel, Cara, Tori. Maybe that's just my top three. I feel like there's one more. I don't know. But those three, if those three girls can be the top three, man, I would be so happy.
yeah,
And I think they
that's
can.
a good top three for girls.
Yeah.
For guys, I'm going. I want to see Kyland win. I want to see Bananas win, or no, Bananas. No, I meant Jordan. I want to see Jordan win.
Jordan.
Bananas. I'm off on Bananas this season. Um,
I like Theo, but we haven't seen much from him. But I also feel like him and Cara were really cheated in War of the Worlds when they got
yeah.
mathed on the desert.
I don't want to see any of Era 2 guys win. I don't care. Ryan, Derek, and Bananas and Nehemiah.
I
See you
mean, I don't
guys.
think we have to worry too hard about it. I don't think they're going. I mean,
Well, Bananas
Bananas
could.
always has a shot, but I
Yeah.
hope. I mean, my real future dream is that
Pam,
Laurel loses because of the karma points.
well, right.
There.
Well, yeah, that'd be hilarious. Right. If she places first, say, Laurel, sorry, I know you placed first and you're placed second, you placed third, but Laurel, you actually were the worst on counterpoints, so third place you actually get to win. Imagine like something
Right.
like that would be crazy.
Yeah.
What guys in Era 1 do you want to see win, Pam?
Oh, and we will all go down together.
Yeah, they're gone.
Colin
All
Silver.
right. So let's talk targets then, because Kylan and Tori get to pick the targets. Tori, I don't know if I like her decisions here. She picks, and see, now we know it's an individual game. I don't know why you pick these targets. She picked Johnny. Good job. But then she picks Derek and Ryan. I'm sorry, they ain't winning this thing. So why make them targets?
Oh, the three guys she picked because I'll tell you why.
Oh, I
This is
know
Tory logic, right?
she's
She's
working with Era
working with
4.
the so yeah.
Yeah,
She just
I
why
know.
not?
I know why she did
Because
it.
she's got why because she's very loyal and whatever, and that's her. She doesn't have anything going on with them, so to
I
her, she
know.
would never, whatever. God, do I wish she picked Josh?
Why
How
not?
amazing! It's
Why
like
the
this
hell
needs to
not?
be punished
He
for
was
getting us in
hurting.
these.
He's hurting your game in theory. Maybe not so much anymore because individual, but like whatever. Get him out of there.
No, Casey, the one thing that came out of her mouth that I liked, she's like, maybe it's time for Josh to be kicked out of the Vacation Alliance. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Then I
Woohoo.
would hate them a lot less that way.
Yeah. So Kylan goes Rachel, which I'm rooting for Rachel, so I don't like that. Aviv,
That's where I agree. What? But this girl who's been in what
she
the
she just put him in. He has as many and
fuck?
he's and he likes he's a Laurel fan. Kylan's with that's my issue with Kylan too. He likes Laurel and that's why he didn't put Laurel down. So here's the thing. This was the one time where you could double elimination. You could double target somebody. So
Right.
last week Ryan was a target and they went right after him again, and it was
And
allowed for
poor
some reason.
Rachel, Jesus Christ. I mean, she put you in, but not because you guys have no
But my
relationship. I
point
mean,
is he had an opportunity, even though Laurel was a target, he could have re-put Laurel down there. Do it, dude. I know you like her and you want to work with her. Come on.
I don't think he knows how horrible she is.
But I think he wants her on his team, like they do. If they because those two together, that's a powerful duo. If
It
they're
would
gonna,
be if she's the bra, yeah, because he
you know what I
it would
mean.
be a good.
So I get where
Sure,
he's
she's
coming
a
from,
big.
but
She can
still,
lift
get
heavy
her out of there.
things. Yeah.
Yeah. Um,
Who else did you pick? Laurel.
Aviv and Jenny, and I'm like, he's already been going after Jenny all season, so I get it. That's okay. But like Aviv, dude, like I don't know. I just think like if not that I want Carr to go down there, but like you could have put Carr in
No,
there.
no.
No, I
I'm
don't want her
glad
to go
you
down there.
lined those picks because I don't care about Jenny or Aviv that
Here's the
much, to be
thing.
honest.
Here's the thing. We're down to 20 competitors. That's
That's a
basically,
lot.
well, hold on. It's only 10 girls and 10 guys. So really, he only had a pool of 10 people to pick from. It's not that many people. And if he's not going to pick anybody from his own alliance, and they have them, and Kylan's alliance has the most people, the biggest old team. Like Era 4 has the most competitors left.
So
So
wait,
he has
next week.
he's not going to put Olivia in there. He's not going to put Michelle in there, but he actually does go after his own alliance and Jenny.
Yes, I like he's like the only, hiccup has been I kind of liked it, frankly, just because Jenny is working with not who he's working with in the although if he wants to work with Laurel, that's sort of a bananas Laurel thing. I don't know. Anyway,
Whatever.
but
He chose
Jenny,
who he
yeah, I don't
chose.
care. Bye, Jenny. I don't, whatever. But
No, I don't care if Jenny goes home either, but yeah.
so this is my question. So it's going to be an individual competition. The
Yeah.
losers are automatically good. It's going to be the same process.
Well, so we don't, well, you echoed, sorry. We don't know yet. So I would think the daily challenge is possibly, if it's an individual daily challenge, it's the lowest ranking male and female automatically go into an elimination. Oh, no. The target's already there. So yeah, no, the target's already there. So I guess if whoever out of the targets, whoever finishes the worst, say, let's just for example say it's Johnny and Jenny, they automatically go in, and then the other two targets are on. That's going to be really weird though, because yeah, well, I'm excited. Tell us in the comments how the daily challenges are going to
Yeah,
work
so
this.
those two would be in. I think it would be the same structure where then they're deciding who
But
goes against the lose their
what are the other why are
oh
the
the
other people even
winners.
trying then if it's an individual daily? Why are the other people even trying? I guess maybe they can somehow save the this is interesting. It's weird.
It
With
is
it,
interesting because you want to win. I guess that's the only way to really be safe for anyone.
right.
Oh, except
Yeah,
you're safe if you're not a target. Maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll have to
interesting.
see.
Yeah, well, it'll be exciting to see. Um, I do have a mailbag if we want to do mailbag.
Yes.
Oh, by
Get
the way,
on.
they apparently did have time for karma votes tonight because Devin and Casey got to do their karma
Uh,
votes. Uh, all right. So this is the best. This is great because somebody wrote something really funny. Multiple people did.
okay.
This one was someone wrote NGL, not gonna lie. Sorry, not someone. This is someone that is a fan of our show for sure. I think more of a fan of Jenna than you or I, which is totally fine. But they have been. I know. I'm sad face too, and I'll tell
Her
you.
name.
And I'm going to tell you right now, she's
Okay.
been watching us for years now because I remember her commenting years ago on stuff that we've done. Her name is Zoe World 7999, and her comment last week.
Zoe, come on, like us.
Well, and here we go. Zoe
Okay.
wrote, "Not gonna lie, I got nervous when I just saw Pam and Dan in the beginning. LOL. Hey Jenna, hair looks so cute." This is from last week when Jenna
Her
came
hair
in
looks
late.
beautiful. We had talked off camera for so long, and I never got to mention it because we were talking about other things,
What's
probably
that?
flooring. Jenna's hair is like darker. It looked
I think
beautiful.
you're missing the point of this comment, though,
Sorry,
Pamela.
I'm with you, Zoe. Okay, go Zoe's World.
No,
So
the hair. Yes, Jenna has
sorry,
great
I just
had
want
great hair last
to
week. Whatever.
Jenna, if you're listening now, your hair looks beautiful. It looked dark, it looked great.
Right. We didn't have to. We in our pre-show we would have mentioned it to her, but she came in late. But the
Right.
point is that Jenna came in late last week, so this girl Zoe was concerned that we weren't that Jenna wasn't going to be there, and thank God she was supposedly. And then it gets even better because somebody decided to comment on that comment, and this comment is from Ebony Flowers, who commented on Zoe's comment. They commented, "Oh, thank you for this comment. I'm still." I'm still am only seeing Dan and Pam, so I can exhale now that I know Jenna will join. My God, what is happening?
Guys, we're sorry for putting you through this tonight because Jenna's going to a wedding or something. But
Yeah, yeah,
Dan, at least you and I we both liked it tonight, so we have a little nice Jenna with us. But
we
it's
did.
that we need the sauce of Jenna with us. But
Right.
this is what we got,
So
guys.
we did also get other comments in last week, which was nice towards you and I as well.
Okay. Thank God.
Someone wrote, "Thank you for another great episode," and then they wrote a lot of other stuff.
We love you all, even if you like
Oh,
Jenna better.
I don't mind if someone likes Jenna more than me at all. I think it's great. It's just fun. But I will say one more thing. Um,
I like
eh,
Jenna more than us. I mean, like she's a likable girl, you
oh, I
know.
agree.
You're nice too. That's why I don't. Yeah, and I'm mostly nice.
You're nice. No, no. First of all,
Yeah.
Pam, you're nicer than me on the reactions on this show for sure. But
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes to certain people, there's certain people I don't like, and I'm like all in on disliking them.
yeah. No, it's fine. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Should I read a few more, or are we
Sure.
good? Because I just thought there was some
I
more that were
think
really that were kind of
3 more
fun.
minutes.
Well,
Just kidding.
SWT Girl 303 wrote, "I totally agree with Dan. I thought the same thing. Rachel could see Avery. I knew I wasn't making it up because Rachel was
Oh,
looking,
yeah. Again, I would peek too if I could see out the
of
bottom.
course. So I thought that I was like, okay, good. I'm glad I'm not the only one because I swear when I
Mhm.
watched it, she was tilting her head back. Um, I'll read you one more because someone commented on my hair and I loved it. I thought it was great.
Don't peek.
Yeah, did you read that one?
No, what did they say? I haven't seen it yet because I've been
Uh,
moving and
oh, it's all
family.
right. Narissa Calderon,
I'll read it down.
1510, wrote, "Dan, your swoop in your hair is on point today." Made me laugh. And
It's
I
good.
think,
The swoop is always on point.
well, no, I got a haircut last Wednesday and we taped on Friday, so 2 days
It
later. So I
wasn't
think it was
fresh.
the fresh haircut because now the swoop is, I guess it's still kind of there. There, oh, there it
Still
goes. There it
fresh.
is.
There you
So
go.
so maybe that was why, because it was a fresh haircut. A little less too much. My hair can get kind of heavy and push it down. So they got rid of the
Mhm.
bulk and now it's back to being a little lighter. There you go.
Well, what I'm taking away overall from today and from these comments is that I really
Right.
need to up my hair game. So next
That's
week,
true. Because
I'm
both Jen and I got hair
not
comments.
hair in a top knot, a messy top knot. I'll like wear my. I'll try and have it down.
I didn't even put two and two together that Jenna and I both got hair comments in
Yep.
the someone in the comment section can comment. Your hair last week, you were doing like an up and down thing. That had a good vibe to it, no?
It looks weird. That was the like blur effect. But usually it's the end of the day for us, and I after my hair's been down
It
for a little
certainly is
while.
a long day of work before we do the
Yeah.
pod, for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
So
Well, that's going to wrap up this week's episode. We will be back next week for episode 10. We're already at 10 eps into this thing. Um, I know Jenna's is going to be traveling for work next week. We're
oh
gonna.
no.
I
Uh-oh.
know she already
Maybe she'll
told me.
join. She's not gonna be able to. But
We're gonna try
I'm gonna
in the
try.
all right in the comment section. Give us some shout outs for Jenna to be like, Jenna, you need, get back here, even though you're gonna, because she can do it from the road. We just have to, it's gonna be hard to find a time.
Now, if you guys comment guessed yes or guess no, hashtag guessed yes, because I
What
have
is
a
this comment?
coworker, I have a coworker that loves the challenge that maybe we
Oh,
could convince to be a guest host with us in lieu of Jenna if he wants to, and if you guys want him to.
guessed yes or
Yes,
guessed
yes, yes.
no. Got it. I'm getting it now.
Yes, no.
Got it.
But yeah, let's try and do something if Jenna can't make it. We'll talk about this off air, but we'll try and see what we can bring in to add a little spice.
Right.
And I also want to say, do you guys think this is a thing to mull over before next week?
Mm.
You know how Cara really beat Johnny, but it had to be boys and girls,
Yeah, that
finishing
was,
first with the eras.
yeah, I remember.
Do you think this is going to be gender based, like the overall winner, or that it can be whoever comes in first, time wise?
Like, you mean for the, oh, like
Maybe
for the
not the
final?
number one winner, but getting there. What if the final was all girl? Like, could it be an all girl final? Could it be
I don't know how they're going to do these eliminate. Because no, because
three
one
girls?
male and
Yeah, if it's
one
going to be only
male,
one winner,
no, it's going to one male and one female are obviously that are the targets are going to lose this. I think. I don't
so
think
they're
it's
going
going
to
to be a
keep it.
duh. Maybe imagine if that's an interesting point, Pam. If the two worst competitors were either two girls or two males, would we have a double male or a double female? I don't think so because
Right.
there's only three targets for some random reason so far. So it looks like
Yeah.
if the people lose, then they have to choose between one or the other. I don't. This is interesting. I
It
don't know.
is
I don't
no,
know
when
because
it's
there's
a
always been
it's
four, Pamela. There's always been
yeah.
four, but now they're doing three. I don't know. I don't know what's going
I
on.
don't know either.
We've never
The
seen
thinker.
a challenge like challenge 40, the setup, the daily way it's working. We've never seen a thing with targets and stuff before. So I don't know. They could do anything with this. They have any possible.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see y'all next week, episode 10. Have a great week, everyone. Leave some comments and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.